Hi everyone, it's Melody Lane here. I'm creating a trifold shutter card and I created this in Design Space. And it's going to say Merci and has the Eiffel Tower and it's going to be a little French. I made the score and cut in Design Space. It cut it for me. I did not do this on a paper cutter. I just created the file in Design Space. And it also scored it for me. So I'm going to show you how to score this. This one here, this first one here in the middle is going to be a mountain fold. And as I score this more, you will see. And this one is a mountain fold. The top one. Until I get, this is really really thick cardstock. So until I get more folds in here. And then this one is a valley fold. And this one is a valley fold. You never put the same kind of folds together. Now, a mountain fold is one where it goes up like a mountain. And then a valley fold is one, you see, that goes down like a valley. So you have a mountain here, then the next one will be valley, then the next one will be mountain, then valley. This is mountain, then valley, and there's only two score lines here in the middle. And then mountain and valley, mountain and valley. And I have a picture of this on my Patreon page with the cutouts. And I also share this file with everyone who supports me on Patreon. If you don't know what Patreon is, it's just a way to tip people that you appreciate and that makes videos or different kinds of content. There's a link below. Okay, so that's how it should look. Okay, now that we have all the folds in there, I'm going to go ahead and fold this with my bone folder. These two lines, the top and bottom, should match. Their folds should be the same. Going to fold up like this. It's easier when the paper is not so thick. So this is how it's going to look from the top. This is the front of the card. So it'll close like that. Now to put the layers on. I also have the layers in the Design Space. And anyone can create these. You just put the score lines in. These two cut lines were score lines, and I just made them into cut lines instead of score. Those are going to go there. I'm also going to be dangling a chandelier from here. And I have the Eiffel Tower, and it's also going to say Merci. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to ink the edges of all these with silver. I'm going to be adding some bling and ribbon. It's kind of like a sheer ribbon. It's going to go there. This paper I got from a $5 pad of paper, 12 by 12 paper. That was $5 at Michael's this week. I actually just bought it today. Stopped in there and then I looked, I'm like, ooh, that would be good for the card I want to make. As if I don't have enough paper. Okay, I'm just going to do the rest of these. And I'll come back when I'm done. I did all the edges with the silver, and then I put tape on this one. I just put ribbon on this, turned it over, and I just put Scotch tape on it. And now I'm going to apply this bling. I got this from Michael's. It was, here's what it looks like. It's $1.50. I used 50% off coupon, got it for 75 cents. No, it's totally worth $1.50, I think. But I'm going to use this Elmer's glue. It's craft glue. And I've never actually used this rhinestone trim. So I'm going to hope that this works. Because I'm sticking it to the ribbon, and then the ribbon is sheer, so then it's going to stick to the paper. Isn't that pretty? I love it! Now for the next one. I'm going to set this off to the side to dry. What you can do is you can put this like this, use Scotch tape, and tape it onto the back. But I'm going to show you another way that I like to do it, because I usually have this handy. I love this. And I just do this. Just because it's handy. And I'm going to do the same thing with this trim. Lay it on there. Make sure you have it on these corner ones for sure. And I'm just going to go along every single rhinestone. You can move it around while it's still wet. It's not something that dries immediately. And I'm going to set this off to the side to dry. Okay, I had to take a little break because my camera was full. So I had to upload my camera to my computer. And then I edited my vlog for today. And now it's another day. So, I glued these on. And actually, I checked these about a half an hour after I did it. And the glue was pretty dry. And I think it's really good now. Looks pretty good. It's nice and stiff. It's dry. And so here is what it will look like. You know, everything will be a little straighter. Nothing is adhered to the base yet. The reason I'm waiting is because I always mess it up. I always forget. I forget I want to put ribbon on. I forget I want to ink the edges. Although I did do all that, I still want to wait. Now I'm going to work on the chandelier. This is going to be one chandelier, not two. Here's my chandelier. And I'm going to use, this is transparent thread. Got it at Joann's. And I'm going to have this hanging on the card. But I want to decorate it first. So I want to put stickles on it, but I don't want to put it up until the stickles is dry. So we're going to work on this. And then I'm going to go start laundry. Then I'm going to come back. So first I'm going to put thread on it. These are exactly the same. They're going to fit on top of each other. I just tore, you see that? Looks like skin. I just tore that little piece of adhesive off of my advanced tape glider. I'm going to put that on here. because this is so small, I'm going to take another piece, and you can just rip it off like that. I'm going to roll it up so it looks just like a glue glob, and that's just going to hold my thread still. And I'm going to make sure there's enough thread going on the top. Okay. And then I'm going to wrap this around a few times. I'm going to wrap it up through this top area and then back down to the bottom. And another time. Then cut that off. And then this is the one that's going to go on top. I'm going to stick this through the X. It barely fits. Press. I'll take this off. And with things this intricate, when you go through the X, it has extra glue or adhesive in the little holes sometimes. There's lots of different tricks for this. I haven't found any that really work that great. I even have an adhesive eraser. I just find this to be the easiest. Sometimes I just rub it with my finger, but I'm using my weeding tool from Cricut. So now I'm going to put this right on top of the bottom one. And you'll have to maneuver it a little bit to get it perfect. That will hang. Okay, but I want to decorate this more. So I am going to add some stickles. That was silver, and this one is Recollections. It's called Glitz. And I'm going to use this where I think like little crystals are hanging from. Okay, and now it's for the crystals that are hanging. I'm going to use this. Got these from Walmart. I'm going to use these tiny ones. Okay, I got all the gems on there, and that was not easy. I'm going to use this yellow stickles and put it on the tiny little flames of the lights, because this is a really old chandelier that goes by candlelight. Okay, so now we are going to let this dry. Chandelier is still drying, but I started laundry. Can you hear the washer? It's in the basement. Nothing is adhered on except for these ribbons. This is going to go here. And I'm going to put Merci across here. I have it stuck on here. It's going to be on black and then silver on top. But I am going to put it on one. I don't think it matters which way it goes, does it? There. So then when this does shut, you can see more of this. You have to look at the card how it's going to be closed also. Okay. So I'm using my ATG gun. And I don't lift my ATG gun off at the corners. I just kind of turn my paper. Okay, now I'm going to do that with the rest of them. Now there's a trick to getting these all on here straight. I cut all of these layers in Design Space and I have the cut file. So every time I want to make one of these, I just kind of pick out the paper, put it on and hit cut, and it does all the work for me. The hardest part is getting these all on straight and even so they're not all lopsided. Okay, so here's a tip. Start with this middle one, okay? Totally start with here, and then line these up. Do this one and this one. Line them up even with this as much as you can, okay? And then do the corners, okay? You can line the, see you have these three done, then put these corners on even with this, and then do this one, and then you can line this one up even with the line here, so it's that way, and then even with the line here also. So you know how far over to go this way by looking at this one, and you know how far to go up or down by looking at this one. Because even if it is a teeny bit off, it's better if this is even with it. And then you can put this one down and you're going to look at this one and this one for where to place it. Like you can look in the corner where it should be over this way and over this way. So you can square it off easier. And then this is the last one I'm doing. Like I said, I did not do it in this order. This is just a tip to learn from my mistakes. Because I kind of pulled this one off 3 times, and this is my second time for this one. I had to re-stick it. So I'm going to show you, I'm looking at this one right here, seeing if that's even, and then looking at this corner here, seeing if that's even. And if you were using thinner paper, probably would not be able to have taken this off. And then once I have this corner lined up right there, it's all good. Compress it down. And here's what the card will look like without the Eiffel Tower and the Merci on it. Isn't that kind of cool? I really like it. And there's so many ways to do this. So many. You can do all different papers here. You can add squares here. You can add something here. I'm going to be having a chandelier hang from this right here. It's going to hang down here. Yeah, it's going to be cool. And I'm going to add some gems to that also, but first I'm going to put the Merci on there. Isn't it cute? So the Merci, this is from French Manor. And all these images are actually the Merci and the Eiffel Tower and the chandelier. And this thing here actually comes with the Eiffel Tower. They have it like over the Eiffel Tower, like in pink and another color. So I know you can't see that too well. That's okay. And I'm not going to put this right on top of it because I want it to be a little bit of a shadow effect. Now I gotta find the little dot for the eye. Had it around here somewhere. How am I gonna get this to stick on? I'll use my Zig 2-way glue pen. Hopefully it stays on. Use my recollections. These have such tiny ones. These are $6.99 for this. There's 480 in here at Michael's, but you can get them with a coupon or when they're on sale. Right now there's a coupon for recollections, embellishments for 60% off, but it won't be by the time you see this video. But if you watch my vlog videos, you will see all of my hauls and coupons. I usually tell you when there's a good sale at Michael's. Put a big one there. Here's what it will look like from the front. Now, the inside is not done yet. We still have to install the chandelier. Maybe I'll put some glitter glue on the Merci. And I added rhinestones here, and I also added rhinestones to here. So we just can't have too much bling, can we? Is that beautiful? I love it. Here is the chandelier. Isn't it pretty? I love it. And I'm going to have it hanging from here. So it hangs in the middle. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape it, and I'm going to tape it up near the top of this. So it will give it some hanging. Look, I have rhinestones on the back. These are ones that I couldn't get on, and they were on my table. So I'm going to hold this up like this because it wants to spin. So I want to see which way it wants to land so the front is in the front. And I'm going to put it here where I want it. So if it stops with it facing me, that's wrong. I want to make it, by turning the string in your finger, you can turn it to make sure it's going to show the front properly. I think right there is perfect. So I'm taping the string there. And then just to make sure that it stays and doesn't like pull out of the string, this, you can't see very well. I'm going to pull the string back over the tape and tape it again. And that will hide the tape, that will hide the string from the top of the card. And it will also keep the string just from pulling straight out of the tape. And I'm also going to pull it back up again. Press it. And then I'm going to cut off the string. And make sure that will fold. Okay, here is my finished card. Isn't that pretty? This is my first tri-fold card. I created it in Design Space. Cut it out with my Explorer. Cut everything out with my Explorer, even the card base. I love it. There's it up close. My chandelier is hanging on the card. Okay guys, thanks for watching. I love you and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! 2013, the longest day of the year. So, the sun came up early and it's gonna rest late tonight. So I thought today would be a good first day for my vlog. I'm starting to vlog